Hello to everyone. How are you? This is Joanna. And today is Tuesday, and I came back in. I went out earlier today because I wanted to try the Chick-fil-A chicken wraps, which I did, and I did a little posting of that. And then I went out and went to pick up some things while I was out. And I ended up getting this bag from Burlington. I had mentioned that I had quite a few bags. They were getting heavy. And this is a little bag that I chose. The bags used to be 99 cents. I don't know if they are everywhere, but this one was $2.99. A lot of their bags were $2.99. But this is a cute little, the mini bag, and a lady complimented me on it, but I just got it because I thought it was cute. So we're going to share with you what all I went out and got while I was out today. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the very first thing I'm going to share with you before I share what I went out for is my Maniology stamping box came yesterday. It came in the mail. It's a subscription box. I don't get it every month like I used to. I skip a lot of months, but every blue moon I will go ahead and get a box, and this one was Hawaiian themed, and what caught my eye was it had a nail-sized guitar. A lot of these stamping plates have very pretty pictures, but they're too big for the nail, and this one was nail size, and that's why I went ahead and got this one. So I'll share with you really quickly what you get in the box. As you can see here, I'm going to move this over. You get 2 stamping plates, which I have here, and I will open these up. This one came with a monocle stamper. These are the clear stampers, and I'm not very good with these. I tend to use one that's not clear, but if I have a clear one and I keep working with it multiple times, I can get it to work while I'm using it, and then once I'm done, I'm done. I have to try again, and I don't really mess with them too much. I use my regular rubber stamper. You get 2 polishes, which this month you got these 2 here. I really did like this one a lot. And then you get this Sunset Glow, and the one that I like is Seafoam Swell. So this is a subscription box. It used to be $25. Now I think they're $30. You have until somewhere down the road, the middle of the 20th, or like the 20, I'd say maybe the 23rd, 24th, I can still change my box as to whether I want to skip it or keep it. And then it gets mailed out on the 1st of every month. And like I said, I can skip it. So here is what the plates look like. This one right here is MXM. I can't tell, I think 56 and not S6, so 56. And this is what it looks like here. Now this one too, as you can see there, has a small guitar. And then this is the plate where I saw the mini guitar that I really liked, and I hope you can see that okay. This one right here looks like a background of like the sky, the land, and the water. My nails aren't long enough for that, but... And then I really like this one right here. There's bamboo. This one appears to be another one with the sky and the water. You have Aloha there. And it was that little guitar right there that got my attention, and some of these little flowers. So that is it for that. So that was my Maniology box for the month of July. Now, the main place that I went out to, y'all, I did not know that the hand soaps were $3.95. I think that's right, $3.95. So I decided to get 5 of them, as well as some other things. And the funny thing was, y'all, I had 6. One of them was Book Loft, and the girl let me smell the Book Loft mist. I didn't like it. And what I ended up doing was I had Book Loft as one of the hand soaps in my bag. I ended up, when I smelled what she sprayed for me, I did not like it. I did not like it at all. So I ended up taking the hand soap out of my cart, out of my basket, and I did smell it, and I didn't like it either. So I ended up putting that one back. So instead of ending up with 6 soaps, I did end up with 5, which that was what I was trying to get to begin with, was 5. So we're going to share with you the 5 that I settled on. I also got this pocket back right here. I don't know if I got this before or not, y'all. I honestly don't remember. If I got 2, that's not a bad thing. I did go ahead and get this. Now, they had the one with the leaf, and then they had another one that had green, and I forget what that was. This is darker than it is online, but I went ahead and got this, so I'll probably, and I don't know, y'all, do they have a coffee pocket bag? I don't think they do. I haven't heard anybody say. I know that doesn't mean that they may or may not, but I will probably put a fresh pumpkin marshmallow latte in here, or a pumpkin cupcake if they have that again. But I am surprised if they don't. And now that I say that out loud, I haven't seen if they've made one of the ones into coffee or not. So I did go ahead and get this hand soap right here. I'm guessing it only comes in gel. So we're going to share the notes right here. Most of you have these already, so you already know the notes. The main one that I knew that I wanted to try when I seen it in store was this. And they had this hand soap out even before they had the vanillas out. And I do want to say, so that I don't forget to tell you, I did spray the Vanilla Ease on me today, and I like it, and I think I'm going to get the full set. At first, I said I was going to just get the lotion or the cream in that, but the day that I sprayed that, I sprayed it after I sprayed the cafe one. I think it was this one, the Vanilla Cafe. I had sprayed the Vanilla Cafe that day, and it was so strong, it overpowered everything I sprayed after it. And when I sprayed the Vanilla Ease, I couldn't smell it at all. So I did spray it on me today. It's a nice light fragrance for myself. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get the full set of that, because I had said that I would either get the lotion and the cream in some of these. So I will revisit the Vanilla Cafe and determine if I feel like I need the mist or not. I also smelled the coffee in the aromatherapy. I don't need it. I will get a body cream if they have it, but I don't need that mist. So this is the Vanilla Ease, and again, I really did like the body care. We had the candles in this. We had the candles in Vanilla Romance. And they had it all together with these two fragrances right here. So here we go here. Yeah, so this in the body care was very, very strong. Like I said, it overpowered everything I smelled after. But you know what? I'm liking this as a nail look, y'all. I could pull this off because I have plates that have those lines. And then I'm curious about this. Now, if I end up not liking this, because I didn't smell any of these. The only one that I pulled out of my basket to smell was the Book Loft. Now, I don't like that scent, apparently, but I do love the scent of the Journal Moments. I wish they would have made that into body care. So this is this right here. Now, I did use rewards for this. I sprayed this in store. The moment that they saw me, they started spraying stuff for me. I kind of don't like that. I just want to see what I want to see, and I want to pick my own items, because a lot of times they'll pull stuff down for me, and y'all know how I am. I appreciate them for that, but I'll be pulling stuff from the back or just whatever I think looks like it hasn't been touched. So, case in point, this right here. The one that they gave me had cream sticking out. As you can see, this one that I chose, there's nothing there, meaning it hadn't been bothered. So anytime I can find a cream that looks like that, that's what I get. I do want the full set of this. I will decide after wearing it if I want to double up on the lotion. But yeah, I think I like this, y'all. I sprayed it in the air. I did not spray it on me. But I really, really love the pumpkin cupcake one. And I ended up favoring the one that came in the turquoise packaging. But I did still have my original bottle. And I had my pumpkin caramel around here somewhere, y'all. Not around here, but in my other apartment. I don't know if it broke and I forgot, or if I lost it. I know I didn't give that away. I did still have the lotion and the body wash, and I really did like my pumpkin caramel mist, and I can't find it anywhere. And it came out with the original pumpkin cupcake. So I went to Ulta because Ulta had a few items that I wanted to get. And what was so funny was I went in there to get that flower milk, flower milk. I might be saying that wrong, but that light blue scrub, right? Y'all, I opened up, I smelled it, I couldn't stand it. I did not like it. I did, however, love this when I smelled it, and I haven't heard anything at all about this one. So I ended up loving the smell of this, and I went ahead and got this scrub instead. And look at it, y'all. There's glitter in there. I didn't even notice that in the store. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to transfer on my skin. But yeah, I didn't even know they had glitter in these, y'all. I like that. It's so pretty. Let's open it up and see what it looked like. Okay, so at first I was thinking maybe the glitter was on the container, but no, you can see the glitter is within. So yeah, I've never had one of their scrubs with glitter in it, y'all. So this is going to be really, really interesting. But I do wish they had more things in this scent. I really like this scent a lot. It smells summery. It smells like mango-y, peachy in addition to the lychee. It smells really, really nice. So I also got this vanilla mist. I haven't smelled this, and I really feel like my vanilla, my cream, and all that is almost scentless, but that's just me. But I still got this. I was going to go ahead and get the serum, and then I realized I don't really like my cream, my body butter that much, but I also didn't smell the serum. So I'm going to go back and see if I can smell it. And I did go ahead and get this. I was trying to see if these were sealed up because one of these I messed with had a seal on it, and that might have been the Salt Air because I also got a product from them. So let me spray this. Okay, I can smell that vanilla. It smells a lot stronger than my body cream, and I've had my body cream for a while. So I did go ahead and get this. And this is something, again, I think I can wear to work because it's so lightly scented. Now, I have the Salt Air Seascape body wash. Can't find it to save my life, but they had this online and they had the mist online. The mist said available in store. However, I didn't see it when I was in there. There was a roll-on, which I don't know if it was a roll-on deodorant or what. I just picked it up and didn't read it, but the mist is light blue in a bottle, I think much like the other ones, and they didn't have it where I could see it. So I'll probably just go ahead and order it online for store pickup and get it that way. But I really do love the Seascape fragrance. And also on their website, I had mentioned that they had the unfragrance in the mini sizes and travel sizes and full size. And I do want to get their stuff in the unfragrance, but I want to see how this lotion feels because the one I got from Bliss does not feel like the original Bliss formula did. I will go ahead and use that unscented lotion, but it don't feel right, and I need to be using it now while it's summer because it was not moisturizing enough for the cooler weather. But if I see how these work and I like this, I will definitely get an unscented set. So I do want to go ahead and get the mist. Now this is bigger than it looked online. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is sealed. As you can see, it's sealed. So I just went ahead and purchased it. Now I'm going to share what else I got because I went next door to Target only because they had some ink pens that I was looking for that I couldn't find at Staples or Walmart. So I don't want to forget to share that when I got that bag in Burlington, I also got these ginger chews. Now they have more. They had a lemon. The lemon is this one. I'm sorry. They had a mango and a blood orange. And I haven't tried those, and I'm not sure I'm going to. I tend to like the regular ones, which are spicy. And I like these better because the lemon seems to soften the spiciness in these. And so these were just $3.49, and they had these big bags. So I might get some more. But ever since I got whatever those coconut type candies were in a TJ Maxx and I got sick, I've been leery about any of their food, their snacks, or any of that stuff because they had that street, I don't know if it was street corn or street taco, but I do have a photo. I will put on my Instagram the things that I saw when I was out, but they had that Harris popcorn. And it was the roasted corn. It might have been roasted street corn, but it looked really, really good, and I wanted to try some. But this is all that I got was that bag and those ginger chews. And like I said, I got that bag to put all of these bags in. So when I went into Target, I went in there specifically for some ink pens. But while I was in there, y'all, I was like, I feel like getting a salty snack. Like, I literally wanted a salty snack and not candy or anything like that. They had Sun Chips, and I love the regular Sun Chips when they used to come in a black bag. I've never liked any of the flavors. I think some kind of a cheddar Sun Chip came out first in flavor, and I got that by accident and hated it. I have tried a few of the flavors, but I have not tried the newer flavors. I favor the regular ones. They didn't have any plain Sun Chips, and I think they might be in a blue bag now. But they did have this Tabitha Brown salt and vinegar popcorn. Now, I loved her salt and vinegar cashews. And I think I've had the dill pickle popcorn, and I don't know if the other one was Parmesan and garlic, but I hadn't seen this, and I thought I would give this a try. So that was the salty snack that I got. And then they had rice cakes. And when I'm not eating the unsalted rice cakes, which I really favor those, shocking, right? I like the caramel or the chocolate or the apple cinnamon. And they had these caramel ones, so I went ahead and got those. And then, let's see, what else did I get? This right here, they had a salted caramel syrup. I forgot that I found that in there because I meant to tell someone that I shared it with at work because they ended up liking it. Y'all know that when I order from Tirani and Monin, I get the full sizes. And what else did I get? Because I got something else I wasn't supposed to get. This is like the Stroop waffle, and this is the one that I said that I got these a couple of times, but I wasn't sure if I liked them. This one says caramel, and that's what made me go ahead and try this coffee. I didn't even realize that they had flavors in these, and I don't know if the ones I've had before were caramel or not, but I'm going to pay attention to this. And I don't think I've had it with coffee, so I'm going to give these another chance and see how I like them. Now, they're $2.29. I remember when I had them before, I don't think I was crazy about them. Again, I don't recall what the flavor was. I just remember thinking they weren't all that. But sometimes I can be that way, especially if I'm not really wanting the snack, like if I'm not craving the snack that I'm eating. But if I taste some snacks, I think they're good. So I did get a salted caramel. I normally find this out at Meijer. In these little bottles, and the Irish cream I think I found out at Meijer one time. That was really, really good with my Nespresso whiskey flavored coffee. I really did love that combination, and if I see that coffee come back, I will get 2 or 3 of those sleeves of that, and I will get that Irish cream. But this was a salted caramel, got that from Target, and then these were the pens that I wanted, and I wanted the 0.5 fine in particular. They had 7 packs of these. I originally had 2 in my cart, but I went ahead and just got 1. They're $4.89 right now, and thankfully they did not have them back there with the school supplies for the children. I had forgot that. I forget, y'all. I'm so used to school starting in September, even though it's been over 20 some odd years, maybe even 30, that they've been doing this. I don't think my daughter went to school in August. Well, yes, she did. I remember now. When I took my kids to Pittsburgh the second time in 2005. So it's been 20 years. I just can't get with school being in August. I can't. But I forgot that in the store they had all of the children's supplies, like the glue, the paper, and all that. But these pens were in aisle G17, which I was very thankful for, because sometimes middle schools, they want them to use a pen, and it's ideal for these fine pens, because I used to love those mechanical pencils that I got, that I used to use them for algebra. So let's see. I think that's all that I got in the way of Target. My very last stop, y'all, was Sephora. And I went to the Sephora in Kohls. And I saw something when I came out of there, y'all. And I got it coming. I did not go back out to the mall to get it today. I will go to get it tomorrow. But while I was out there, I didn't really need anything. But they did have this brown black brow pencil that I had been looking for from Fenty, because only few have a brown black, and I tend to like that shade. But again, my favorite shade was the soft black from Prescriptives, and I have yet to find an eyebrow pencil that is that color. That thing was the exact shade of my hair. It didn't matter if I did my brows lightly or heavily. It matched my hair completely, and I got the most compliments on my brows with it. I was able to use it just the way that I wanted to. And like I said, with all these newfangled ones, my brows are a train wreck. They either turn out or they don't. However, I have been favoring the Sephora one. What is that shade called? Charcoal. And then I've been favoring the Morphe in the Java and the Chocolate Mousse. I just have to use them with a lighter hand. And this one right here. But these brow pencils are like $25 now. They used to be cheaper than that. And then I got this, and I wanted to make sure this wasn't a repeat of one that I've already got. These were just $8. That brow pencil was $25, and this is Mocha Latte. And I think I did what I was afraid of doing. This looked like a different color, and when I bought it, I started wondering if I didn't already have this. And turns out I went and found my older one, and guess what, y'all? Yeah, I think it's got different numbers. I'm going to look at them and see, because I kind of really don't want to take this back. It's got different numbers. I'm sure it's a different formulation. But this one, some kind of way in the store, looked like it was lighter than this one. So I don't know. And this is a decent color. I'm not going to take it back because I have been looking for a brown eyeshadow ever since I had the Lancome one called Scene. And they had a pretty brown gloss called Chill. I tell y'all, I miss when you could find products years later, because now with everything here today and gone tomorrow, it's a problem. But this can be a transition color. I usually just use this on my lids by itself, and not this summer, but in the wintertime. I use an eyeshadow to put on my lids because I feel like it helps my eyeliner glide on and stay on better when I have a shadow on. And it's just a neutral color, but it can also be a transitional color for all the other palettes that I have. And I have some nerve talking about all the other palettes that I have when I ain't never got none of them on my eyes. And I have some nice palettes, but this won't go to waste. So I think that's it, y'all. I just wanted to share that little bit with you while I was out today. And tomorrow, I'm going to be going somewhere, and then I'll go to Sephora and pick up the item that I purchased. I actually saw it in Kohls. It's a lip kit. And then I ended up ordering it from Sephora, regular Sephora, because at first it wouldn't let me put it in the basket, then it wouldn't let me purchase it, and they had that Fenty soap for $3.93, and I haven't checked it out on the regular Sephora site yet, but it kept telling me my internet connection was off when I was on Bath and Body Works. It wouldn't let me put anything in my basket when I was on the Kohls Sephora website, but nothing was wrong with my phone otherwise. Everything else did what I needed it to do when I needed it to do it. So I'm going to get back on there. But if you like the Fenty soap, if it's not sold out, y'all, it's supposed to be on sale. So that is it. I just wanted to share this little bit with you. And until the next time, everyone have a fantastic Tuesday.